Let's
You
talk
work
about
there.
this, man.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this now, because I think even though people heard about this, it's very hard for them to imagine it. And you are the right person for that because you have been working in this field
Yeah.
for a long time. So let's talk about this internal. I mean, let's call it the idea of what kind of internal you think people might create in order to be successful, to create successful brand. I mean, let's go wide and deep, but also focus on that
Yeah.
idea. Yeah.
Yeah. To create a brand, like think of brand. This is how I think of branding. Like a brand is something that people remember. Okay. That's the purpose of a brand. You're memorable because having the best colors, but then people forget about it, having the best logo, but then people forget about it, or having the catchy name, but then people forget about it. None of that matters. The whole point is communicating to people in a way that they understand. And so the internal for yourself comes from a willingness to connect with people and put your own mentality in their shoes. So all
Okay.
business is a service or a product in general, right? Basically everything. That means you are providing something of value to someone. Someone like where does the money come from when you have a business? It comes from other people. That means you always have to serve someone or some service, right? It could be business to business. That's still a person on the other side. So in your psychology, you have to get out of your own head, put your mind in the other person's shoes. This is how you build a brand that actually is profitable, not just looks pretty. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I mean, can you tell a little bit more about that? How to put yourself in, you know, the other person, people's shoes. So it's like a kind of compassion, like how to be really compassionate and understanding towards other people. And as you say, if you learn how to put yourself in your clients, ideal
Yeah.
clients' shoes, you'll in this way you're gonna be way more valuable for them. That's
Yes.
what you share,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yes. So let's take the most fundamental, like basic way to start a business. Like if I had to I'm going to give you the 2-minute version of if you had to start a
Yeah.
business from scratch right now.
Yeah.
And like, I'm confident I could start a business in any niche. I was just talking to someone, and she
Okay.
wants to start a business in career coaching. I have a client who does dating and men's coaching and helps them quit online addictions to certain types of images, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
all these different types of services and businesses. Okay. The reason I'm able to like help any niche and any industry of like a service, why, and I'm obviously like, without trying to sound cocky, like why I'm really good at what I do is
yeah.
this is what I do. I sit and I imagine who is the person on the other side. So let's say you are a fitness coach or you want to help people with their running or their fitness or their strength or something like that, or weight loss, or just get in shape, or you know get ready for, let's say, their wedding, or get ready for a fitness event. So instead of just saying I help people get in shape, I help people lose weight, it's not memorable, is it?
No,
You've probably
everyone
seen
says
this
that.
10,000 times.
Yeah.
Imagine one person. Who's that ideal person? Who's the person that is really struggling? And what are they thinking about? What are the words that they think of? What do they literally say to themselves? Not like, I'm going to teach you the ketogenic diet and the kettlebell ultra 10-week workout, and look, it's a really good deal because here's why, and look at my 5 steps, and here's my 6 bullet points, and here's why I'm a better deal because I have more certifications in fitness, and like this is what most people do. And I'm like, it drives me crazy. I'm like, stop, pause. So take all that away. Take all that away. If you had to say one thing right now, what's one thing you could say to this person that will have that person say, oh my gosh, that sounds like me? How could you just say something that says to that person when they hear it, it says, you're describing me. So you meet someone at the struggle they are currently at, and in the words they are struggling with, how did they describe the problem? Here's an example.
Yeah. That's a good idea. Yeah. Tell me.
So let's say, let's give another example. So let's take the struggle of relationship. Let's say you're a relationship expert or dating expert, or you help people find love or keep love or save their relationship. Very good niche, by the way. If you have a desire to help people, huge demand for that. Instead of saying, I'm a relationship coach, I'm a love coach, I'm a dating coach, like all these things are kind of generic. Try thinking, who is the one person I want to help? Okay. One of my clients, she helps women over 40 who've been divorced find love again. So think of that one person. What's her first name? Let's just say, okay, let's take Julie. Okay, we'll just make up a name, Julie. Imagine Julie in your mind. Actually, picture her. Picture Julie. What is Julie? So she's over 40. She got married really young. She was a little bit naive. She thought it was perfect. She was doing all the things she thought she had to do for a relationship. She's like, I did everything perfect. Why did my marriage fail? I'm such a failure. This sucks. If you are the person who's like, I really want to help Julie, have compassion. And I like what you said, Dimi. It's like, feel that compassion, feel that empathy. That's the foundation. But here's how you make it into an amazing, profitable business is what does Julie think about at 2 a.m. when she can't sleep? She might say something like, to herself, by the way, laying in bed, dark room, like, how did I ruin my marriage? Is this my fault? I mean, he was kind of a jerk, but what did I do? Like, how did I create this? What's wrong with me? Am I just not lovable? Am I just not worthy of a relationship? I must not be lovable. Something must be wrong with me. Like, how did I screw this up so bad? Like, what am I missing? Am I not good enough?
Yes.
And you as the coach, by the way, come from love because these people are struggling.
Yeah.
Now here's what's cool is in the information world that we live in, there's something called the knowledge economy where you can just sell your knowledge. That just means just talk. You could charge someone $1,000, talk to them, once a week for 2 months. That's a business.
Wow.
So you could just put out a little video. You could make a post. You could just say something like, have you ever woken up at 2 a.m. after your relationship failed? And you're just thinking like, what's wrong with me? I know the other person screwed it up too, but like, am I just not lovable? Have you ever thought that? Well, there's actually things you can do. You don't have to stay stuck in that problem. Let's chat and see if I can help. You just created a business out of nothing. You sat for 5 minutes, you made one post on Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn, and you could have $1,000 client in a week.
Yes.
Out of nothing, with no technology, no experience. I mean, maybe technology, Zoom. Let's just use Zoom. Yeah. Right here, we're using StreamYard. Like, you could have like a couple of technologies. You don't have to build a website or a funnel or have anything fancy. And you're really, really, really helping someone. And this applies to any niche, right? And it's tricky. It's tricky.
Yeah. Yeah, it is, man. Wow, that's so valuable. I mean, so deep, much deeper than people. I mean, just with several, several details, man. You just went much deeper in that. And what you're saying, what I hear from you is that you want to talk to the human being on the other side of the screen, and you want to talk with the words this human being, even sometimes themselves they don't understand, they don't realize that they talk to, but when they hear them from you, they know that this is what is their problem. Yes. And this is the thing which I want to ask you a little bit more. That's amazing, because I think that's a great, amazing start to really really helping even people without even knowing them, because just the realization that now someone can identify what is going on with them, because most of the people who are struggling with relationships or something else, they just sometimes they use the words of what's up with me, I don't know what's going on here. That's what they say, but they cannot put it in words, right? They cannot put it in. It's just, am I the only one?
Yeah.
But just by hearing, that's it. Maybe I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one. Other people also struggle with that. And it's identifiable.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. You're so right.
Yeah, it's identifiable. And then you don't feel so alone. You don't feel that you are the only person who is depressed or feel bad about your life. And because also I hear people who say, okay, I have nothing. I have everything in the world, and and because I don't have a boyfriend, I feel so terrible. I'm a terrible person. I don't have gratitude for what I have in the world. That's also a lot of people say that,
Yeah.
and yeah, they limit their compassion